of Walmart. More details on all these stories can be found at townhall.com.
You're listening to Your Personal Realtor, hosted by Eric McKenna with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors. Content and sponsorship is provided by Eric McKenna, and the show is brought to you by CallEric.com.
Welcome to Your Personal Realtor. I am your host, RE/MAX Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna, and I'm joined by the one, the only, Matt Durzik, otherwise known as The Durs. How are you, my friend?
Good. It was a rough night last night. I had to suffer up a bet that I had with Mr. Frank Sparks.
Oh, do tell.
Okay, so last night our two alma maters, New Brighton and Beaver Falls, played at Geneva College.
Okay.
And we had a nice little pep ride before then, and during AM Beaver County yesterday, we made the wager that whoever lost had to treat the other to dinner.
Nice.
So
nice.
At an establishment of our city's heritage, I guess you would say.
Fame.
Yes.
Right.
So he was going to take me to Woolly Bullies if Beaver Falls had won, but since they did not, I have to take him to Little Joe's.
When is this happening?
Whenever he wants. Sometime in the near future, I would imagine, but that will be determined later on, but it will be on me.
I don't think Frank's generally that lucky, though.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I can barely hear. Is my mic level?
Yeah. Hold on, let me turn your headphones up a little bit.
All right.
That might be able to get in a little feedback right there, that monitor.
Well, I don't know. I don't have any feedback at all, but my volume of my mic doesn't seem. It seems lower with yours. That makes sense?
All right. Is that better?
That is better.
Okay.
All right. Well, I don't want to. Friends, this is the trials and tribulations of local radio. This is what we do. And I do want to welcome everybody again. Thank you so much. This is week number 53. Show number 53 of Your Personal Realtor here on Beaver County Radio. Delighted. This is the official start of year number 2 of this show. How about that?
That is crazy.
That is crazy. We got a good one on tap for you today as well. I want to send a special hello to everybody who has already joined us on Facebook Live. I saw Denise Doyle and Stella Versa, good friends of mine, Ron Durema. Thank you so much. Thank you, Alyssa. Thanks for tuning in here. We started this little science experiment, friends. Probably we're looking at it's been quite a while. last summer, station owner Mark Peterson and Sir Frank Sparks contacted me, and we put the little plan together here to come and talk real estate with you. We started within a 1-hour format, and we were elevated to a 90-minute format almost immediately. Very humbling. Later that year, we were renewed for 2017. That was a landmark thing. I mean, heck, I thought we'd be on the air for a couple of weeks until they decided to kick me off, but things went rather well. And we took a turn and went to Wednesdays for a 2-hour format during drive time. We did it for, I believe, 3, maybe 4 weeks, and it was so overwhelmingly obvious based upon the feedback from our listeners and our Facebook Live family that indeed we needed to be back on Saturday. The graciousness of Mark Peterson brought us back to Saturday, and we are here with you every Saturday from 10 to noon on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA, and has been nothing but a great bunch of fun. When our return to Saturday came, based upon scheduling and so forth, my longtime producer, Sir Frank Sparks, yielded to the awesome Mr. Matt Durzik, and you have been an instrumental part of this show, sir, and I appreciate everything you do.
I appreciate that, and I'm glad to be a part of this show.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a couple things on tap today. We actually have a guest in-house tonight, or this afternoon, and it is somebody that I feel wonderful about. It's a good friend of mine. And before we even get into this gentleman's background and what he does, we are going to talk today about what's near and dear to my heart as a realtor, which is also one of the main things you should think about before you're ready to list your home, and that is your bathroom.
Oh.
We are going to talk about bathroom renovations today, and I got a great guy here, Mr. Jim Taddeo. That's right, Jim Taddeo for QualityBathsForLess.com. Jim is what I like to consider, and he probably will blush when I say this, although I've never seen him blush, but he may blush. He is what I consider to be, and I don't use this word very lightly, as Matt knows. I don't like the word, but if there's going to be someone to bring on this show that is an expert in regards to bathroom remodeling and the many options available in that process, it is you, Jim, and it's good to have you on the show. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, Eric. How are you today?
I'm okay. Need you to speak just a little bit more into the mic if you can.
How's that?
That's better. Yeah. You don't have to kiss the mic, but you can be right up there next to it.
Okay.
Now let him kiss it. Let's have a wild morning.
Turn this up a little. That
You can't hear. Oh, well, we're friends. We have a mad scramble here. The first 15 minutes before we come on air to get all of our little audio visual stuff. Is that a little better?
Perfect.
Okay. There we are. Jim comes to me. Full disclosure here. Jim actually is a client of mine. That's kind of how we met, and. In getting to spend some time with this gentleman, as it happens with many of my clients, that a friendship instantly bonded. But with Jim has been very unique. We talk a wide variety of subjects, and philosophically, this gentleman and I are right in tune with each other. So we started really talking about what he does, and it's a natural for me because I speak with many clients who the first thing they talk to me about on their home is our bathroom. Our bathroom's outdated. How important is that to listing? How does that affect the price? How does that affect the appraisal? So bathrooms, with kitchens close behind, but bathrooms being the number one issue that tends to come up when I go to list a house, and how important it is. There's other components to a house that are equally as important, but in terms of bathrooms, it's right there at the top, and it's great to have Jim here today. Jim is going to answer your phone calls here. The two most famous numbers in Beaver County, 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. The DERS will certainly handle those phone calls when they come in. If you have any questions in regards to what we're talking about in regards to bathroom remodeling or any questions on real estate, as always, friends, this is indeed an open mic. This is more of a variety show than it is a real estate show. I would never impose 2 hours of real estate on my worst enemy because as much as I love what I do, at the same time, it's a snoozer. So we keep this show light. We keep this show entertaining, and we indeed talk a variety of topics on here, but we tend to want to provide you great content on the real estate front. And today we have a natural tie-in. We're going to talk to Jim Taddeo. That's right, from QualityBathsForLess.com, Jim's own website, Jim's company. Jim will come in and he will discuss your current circumstances, your current bathroom, discuss your goals. And what I love about him is he's all about helping. The word help is just connected with Jim, and that was very prevalent right away when we started talking. So without any further ado, Mr. Jim Taddeo, and welcome to the show, Jim. It's great that you're here. Really appreciate it.
Glad to be here, Eric. Glad to be here.
Let's give the audience just a little background of you, your connection with Beaver County, and how you got into this particular business.
Well, I've been in Beaver County now for about 11 years.
Okay.
And I think this is going to be the upcoming area in the
Okay.
future. I got into this business. I've been in a couple businesses, as yourself.
Right.
I got into this business because I saw an opportunity to help people.
Okay.
My background is in construction. My family owned a asphalt and construction business, so it was a natural.
Sure. It's awesome. I mean, to me, so many people that enter in the construction business or grew up in that environment, I am one, grew up with a contractor, as you know, an electrician, and you tend to watch the children go, and oftentimes they'll not follow the parents' footsteps per se, but they will still be somewhat connected to the industry.
Absolutely.
And here you are connected to the construction industry, obviously, with more specific genre there with bathrooms and other aspects of the kitchens and so forth as well. But today we're here to talk about bathrooms, is that correct?
And, with bathrooms, it's not actually construction. 9 times out of 10, you're remodeling.
Correct.
It's a lot different.
Understood.
Than new construction when you remodel. There's a lot of other aspects that have to be taken into consideration when you do that. When we focus on the bathroom today, there's a lot of areas that you can look at, even though that area might be a small area.
Okay.
Depending on what you want to do. Do you want to do full renovations?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to just take care of your tub and shower area where most of your abuse comes from the
Sure.
water?
Sure.
So there are a lot of options that we can cover. If we have some people call in, I'll be more than welcome to answer their questions.
Absolutely.
But starting out with a basic what questions would you have for me if you were a homeowner?
I got quite a few. So let's just take it elementary from the beginning, and I'm taking these questions in, and I'm delivering to you via my clients, because these questions all came from my clients over the years of people talking and asking about bathrooms. In general, one of the is that Jim Straka is joining us on Facebook, friends. He's like here every week, and James holding it down for us. Good to see you, my friend. One of the biggest questions, obviously, Jim, and I'm sure you encounter this all the time, and that's quite frankly budgeting, because everybody that owns a home looks at a potential remodel in horror. They think that, oh my goodness, he's going to walk in and give me a $25,000 bill, and we have this simple bathroom, and we just want a newer tub, we want a newer vanity, we want some nicer flooring, and we want a new commode. And I'm afraid of getting that $25,000 bill. That's generally the essence that I get from most people when they talk about, hey, I know I need work done on my bathroom, but what am I going to encounter? And as a realtor, we know enough to be dangerous, but we don't offer up pricing and things like that on renovations because it'd be disingenuous for us to do so. So I would think the first thing that we would ask as a consumer to you or coming in is, okay, Jim, what's this going to cost me? Before we even talk about anything, can I indeed afford this?
Well, let's start out with, most people don't know what things are going to cost.
Okay.
If you're not in the industry, if you've never done it, you're not familiar, there is, on a website, it's called, if you go on the internet, Cost Value Report.
CostValueReport.com?
.com.
CostValueReport.com.
And what you can find on there is an average cost of anywhere from bathroom remodels to kitchen remodels to backup power generators, whatever you need.
Wow.
The average cost today of doing a complete bathroom remodel is anywhere from a low at $12,000
okay,
to a high of $18,500.
Huh. That's lower than I thought it was.
Well, that's an average area. Is that what we charge here? Most of the time, no. We're a little better in our pricing than that.
Okay.
Depending upon your situation. Can it go above that? Of course.
Okay.
Again, depending upon your needs and how we need to help you.
Okay.
When you price, I'm going to walk into your house and you're going to show me what you would like to have.
Okay.
You tell me what you're looking for.
Okay.
Once I understand how I can help you, then we can sit down and put together pricing for you. The best thing you can do as a consumer is have in your mind what kind of investment do you want to put in there.
Okay.
And a lot of people were afraid today to say, Jim, I want to invest $10,000.
Okay.
They're afraid to do that because most contractors today, unfortunately, 7 out of 10 of them,
Sure.
will come up to you and go, oh, okay, I have 10 to spend. If that's not what's going to cost you, I'm not going to charge you that.
And I so much respect that. And it's part of why I respect you, Jim Taddeo, and it's also why I respect that mentality with any contractor. My father was that way. He would not look at someone's perceived first comment and use that as a slush fund.
Absolutely. And that fear, people have that fear, and it's understandable today.
Okay.
I work with people that are salt of the earth. They're going to take care of you like they're the only customer that they have.
I like that.
And that's why I stay in this business, and that's why I associate my people with myself with people that are honorable and above board.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Now, let's say you want to start with your tub and shower area.
Okay.
There's options for you there.
Okay.
Let's take a look at your house. What do you have in your tub and shower area?
I have a standalone. Personally, I have a unique bathroom. I have a standalone shower stall and a walk-in tub.
Okay. Most homes, when you walk into their bathroom, they're probably 25 square feet.
Okay.
They have a tub. They have a shower. In that tub, a vanity, a sink, commode, and so forth. A lot of people just have challenges with that tub and shower area.
Sure. Sure.
That's where your damage comes. Water hitting that grout,
Okay.
caulking failing on you.
Right.
We have a couple solutions for that, depending upon what you want to do.
Okay. Now you hold that thought, because we're going to get into that. We're going to talk initially about bath and shower as being the key component of any renovation in the bathroom. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, friends. I'm here with Jim Taddeo. You're listening to Your Personal Realtor on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I'm your host, RE/MAX Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna. and we're going to get into some really fascinating home remodeling talk with Jim Taddeo on the other side of this break. Stay with us. Hello, friends. This is Remaxed Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, with Remaxed Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
Let Carver Construction in New Brighton handle those exterior projects you've been putting off before the weather turns cold. How about a new deck or siding? Carver Construction has been a proud part of Beaver County for more than 30 years, and with that much experience, you can't go wrong. Excavating, custom additions, custom decks, concrete work, kitchens, bath, and game room remodels. Let Mitch Carver and his team put it all together for you. Call Carver Construction in New Brighton today. That's Carver Construction, building dreams one home at a time.
724-843-1888 or 724-774-1888.
Those are the Beaver County radio numbers and probably the most famous in all of Beaver County. And we are back, friends. Thanks for rejoining us here. This is Eric McKenna, and you're listening to Your Personal Realtor on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I am here with the incomparable Matt Durzik. Matt the Durzik, my producer behind the big board, pressing all the buttons so I don't have to. And also keeping me from stumbling all over myself on a weekly basis.
Right.
You didn't have to answer that one. You didn't have to agree to that one. Exactly. Friends, we're going to rejoin our conversation with Mr. Jim Taddeo from Quality Baths for Less. Jim is a expert, and I mean that in the strongest terms, expert on bathroom remodeling and all that's involved. We left it, basically, we talked a little bit about price and how Jim approaches talking about price with, indeed, a potential client. And we're going to focus right now and continue our conversation in regards to what is step number one, generally, the bathtub and the shower area, and how that is the heavy in regards to the remodeling project. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Primarily in the tub and shower area, you're going to have three options that are going to be in there.
Okay.
You're going to have a fiberglass unit, which you'll see in a lot of the homes, a one-piece unit. You can have a cast iron tub.
I have one of those in my third floor.
Oh, good.
Yes, with a claw on the claw legs.
Oh, the claw foot?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's...
Yes, and you can't buy it.
well, you got to watch that. Sometimes there's not an overflow in there, and they fill up. And
I know.
I did that 3 times.
Yeah, that's a little painful, yes. Yeah, it's cost-wise.
Yes, but fiberglass, cast iron, steel tub. Now, your walls, you can have different options on your walls. Some of you... Of course, with a fiberglass unit, it's all fiberglass. Mm-hmm. Steel tub, cast iron tub, you might have ceramic tile up there.
Correct.
Different options for different people.
Okay.
Every option has its challenges.
What seems to be, in your opinion, your experience, just the last 5 years, Jim, what seems to be or has continued to be the number one requested material?
Acrylic.
Okay. And that's based on cost?
It's based on cost. It's based on... durability.
Okay.
It's based on cleanability.
Okay.
It is the best material you can use today.
Okay.
Because it's the only product out there that's going to clean and last for 30 years or more.
30 years?
30 years.
Wow. Acrylic.
acrylic.
30 years.
Now, there's a lot of acrylic companies out there.
Okay.
I have the privilege and the honor of working with one of the best acrylic companies in the area, and I'm sure you've heard of them.
I'm sure I have.
Their name is Bath Fitter.
That's right, friends. Bath fitters.
And I am an independent contractor, so I can use them whenever I do a remodel for you, whether it's going to be the tub and shower area, whether it's going to be a complete remodel. I can use them in your tub and shower area. I would prefer that you use that because there's less maintenance.
Okay.
Easy to clean. You guys out there don't know what it's like to clean that.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you have
come on.
You have your girlfriend or your wife do it.
So wait a second. Just a little aside here. My new assistant, we've talked about her on prior episodes. Amy Handlovich is here today, and she's roaming and taking some photographs of all three of us while we're working here. And she just gave me a very dirty look because she's trying to say that's true, that men don't clean showers. Is that correct?
My husband. He'll do everything else, so I can't complain.
So, Jim, continue your bashing.
Well,
Go ahead.
yeah. Well, most men don't do that because they have conned their wives and that they don't know how.
Oh,
But
ouch, ouch.
Yes, acrylic is so easy to clean. You can use things like Windex, 409, scrubbing bubbles, white vinegar and water. You take your hat off, you have the same challenge I do.
Well, yeah. I'm
So
following
I
the challenge.
I can even use shampoo on it, cleaning it. But that's one option for you with acrylic.
Yes.
And let's talk about acrylic for a little bit because we can talk about ceramic.
Okay, well, before we talk about acrylic, and then the two numbers to contact Jim, I want our audience, if you have any questions on bathroom modeling, this is the guy. And Jim is going to be here for the full 2 hours and next week as well. The two most famous numbers in Beaver County, according to me, 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. By all means, if you have any questions for Jim or myself, feel free to call in. But Jim, before we talk about acrylic, okay, so my father put a two-piece bathtub and shower stall in my home in the late 70s. And it was the two-piece, I think they just were coming out with the two-piece modular, had the roof in it, the ceiling and the sides. The tub kind of meshed into it, but that material was obviously not acrylic. What was that? Because it did not keep staying. It was hard to clean.
Okay, what that sounds like to me,
Okay,
is fiberglass.
fiberglass. Okay,
Comes in
it was fiberglass.
right. That's what it is. The challenge with fiberglass that once they make it, it's nothing but fibers blown on an adhesive.
Okay.
Then they're going to paint it.
Okay.
Then they put a gel coat wax on that.
Okay.
Once that wax finish wears off,
Couple years.
right? The best example, you know what a slop sink is in the
Yes,
basement?
I do.
Usually those are fiberglass.
Yes,
The very bottoms of them, after a while,
they
will
wear.
hold that dirt.
Yes.
So what do? Well, you wouldn't, but your wife would. She would take something and she'd start to scrub that. When she starts to scrub that, all that does is remove more of that finish.
Okay.
So it becomes more porous.
Fair enough.
So
Fair
more
enough.
dirt, and it's a cycle that's never going to end.
Right, and it looks terrible.
Well, ladies, it's not your fault. Don't blame yourselves, please. It's not your fault. It's the material. It's the material. Very, very hard to clean.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but fiberglass, it was hard to install too. It was harder to install then, wasn't it not?
Well, fiberglass comes in units, that are
Pieces.
3 or 4 pieces.
Right.
So you put the tub in.
Okay.
Then you have to put up 3 or 4 pieces for your wall system.
That's what he did, and because there was we had the enclosed ceiling on there, the lid as well, and that was a separate piece. I remember
Right.
correctly. And there was a lot of caulking that had to go around the
Exactly.
seams, and that would always turn like brown and black. And I remember my mother was in there with a toothbrush when we were little, scrubbing it with toothpaste of all things, trying to get it clean. Nothing could get it clean.
Toothpaste.
Yeah, she said someone gave her said that would help. Didn't work.
Well, the issue with the caulking,
Okay.
caulking fails.
Right.
It fails to stick. And what's going to happen is the water's going to get behind there.
Right.
Now, that water's going to leave, but that culture's going to stay there. And that's when you get your mold and the
Bacteria.
mildew. And you do what everybody does. You scrub it,
Right.
pour bleach on it,
Right.
and then you peel it out, and you're going to have to put new stuff in, and that cycle's going to happen again.
Understood.
That's all because of the pieces they have to put in there.
Okay.
The other issue with it, usually behind your fiberglass unit, is nothing but 2x4s.
Huh.
There's no purple board. There's no green board.
Especially from those eras when they were installing them originally.
Well, green board, blue board, and purple board are a water-resistant drywall.
Correct.
We use nothing but the purple board because it's the best in the category.
Understood.
So let's talk about a fiberglass unit. Let's say I wanted to replace that for you.
Okay.
There's a couple options you can have.
Okay.
I can put more fiberglass in for you. I don't think you would want that.
No.
No, because you're going to have the same issues that you had before.
Correct.
So I could rip everything out of there.
Ugh.
And
No.
then you're going to say, well, what do we put in? There's two options, a steel tub or a cast iron tub. Now, mostly steel tubs are going in today because a cast iron tub's about 1,200 pounds.
Yes.
Not too many people want to carry it up there.
No.
So
I can't get away to take it out.
Let's say they put a steel tub in.
Okay.
Now you're going to have an option for your walls.
Okay.
You could have 3 or 4 units that you see at the home centers. Back to that caulking. You're going to have that problem.
Yes.
Plastic surrounds.
Yes.
They're always going to have a challenge with that.
Okay.
The other option would be ceramic tile.
Yes, and there's a place for that, right? I mean, it's artsy.
There's a place for it. A lot of times with ceramic tile, what happens is you put the cement board up, then you
Correct.
start putting your tile up.
Correct.
Now that grout between each tile is going to hold that moisture,
No question about it.
and that cement board is going to become a sponge for you.
Correct.
And like in my house, what my kids did, they're soaking in the tub. I'm in the kitchen, and I hear, "Hey, Daddy, ha, 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 come here." And there's a soap dish in their hand.
Yes.
That's what happens a lot
Yes.
of times. And so if you like to clean, like most ladies do, if you like to clean, that's an option for you. And there's a lot of decorative options with ceramic, no doubt.
Yeah, and ceramic, I think, can be artfully done in other aspects of the bathroom.
Absolutely.
Just not real functional in the tub area.
It's not, in my view.
Sure.
Ceramic takes a lot of maintenance. I know people that every time they shower, they go in there with a squeegee, wipe it down. I don't want to do that. I want to get in. I want to get out.
Correct.
So my option, the easiest to clean and maintain,
Okay.
is the acrylic. It's a non-porous system, so no dirt can penetrate it. You can't get mold. You can't
Right.
get mildew.
Right.
And the bath fitter system is the only system in all of North America with a one-piece wall.
One piece.
You didn't know it was one piece?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Most people don't. That's going to eliminate all that caulking that you're going to have from putting 4 or 5 pieces in there.
Huh.
And it's amazing the way it works.
I did not know that.
The sheet that they have,
Yes.
it's shipped to us completely flat,
Okay.
7.5 by 11 feet.
Okay.
What we do is we're going to come to your home,
Right.
set a laser down on that floor, and I'm going to shoot the dimensions of your wall.
Wow.
There's not a plum home in Western Pennsylvania.
No.
Everything's off a little
Of
bit.
course.
So we're going to get
Come to my house.
we're going to get those exact dimensions, heat that sheet, and bend it to the exact dimensions.
Now wait, now I'm fascinated because this is, and friend, this is not staged. I can assure you, I did not know that. I did not know that.
Most people don't.
So you actually are going to receive in the acrylic in a flat form. You're going to laser measure the bathroom and create the entire enclosure by bending it.
Absolutely. It's
not-
going to eliminate 12 to 14 feet of caulking.
Did not know that. Did not know that.
When we put now we do also have acrylic liners,
Okay.
and we go over an existing.
Well, we're going to talk about that. That's another, and I think that's a good cost option. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
For a contractor to go in there and rip out your cast iron or steel tub.
Demo.
Exactly. Now, a lot of people, they only have one bathroom in their home. That's fine. The other one's a powder room, maybe a shower downstairs.
Correct.
So when you rip that out, you're 5 to 7 days.
I know.
And, 5 to 7 days you don't shower, you start losing business.
I can't go 2 days. when I don't like myself, I know there's a problem.
Right. But if it's a cast iron or steel tub, we have liners, and I
Okay.
have to come out and show you. There's so many different liners out there, but we have matches for all of them. It's going to fit like a Dixie cup inside of a Dixie cup.
Okay.
Everyone's different. There's so many different molds. It has to be. We take that, we measure it. At least that's what I do.
Okay, no, hold on. Let's back up again. So let's say you walk into. I'm thinking of my old Mount Lebanon home that had the steel. Was it steel or iron tub? I can't remember what it possibly would be.
Well, Mount Lebanon, you probably had a cast iron.
Cast
tub.
iron tub, and then it had beautiful pink
And green.
and black, pink and black ceramic tile up the sides, and then it just went to a drywalled ceiling above.
Right.
If someone in Mount Lebanon that had that called you and said, I just want the lowest end option, you could put a bath fitter's liner in there?
Absolutely.
I mean, over the walls and everything?
Absolutely.
So you would you would come in, measure the inner circumference of the tub over the lip, and then measure the wall, and then they would actually melt the acrylic to be perfect to come in there and put that right in.
Well, I wouldn't say melt.
You heat and form.
Right. We would form.
Okay. No, Jim, I've just been informed we have a phone call.
Yes, we do.
All right.
Good morning. You're on your post.
Well, good morning, gentlemen.
Miss Deborah, how are you?
I'm doing good, Mr. Eric. How are you?
Better than the law allows.
Well, that's good. Congratulations on your now 2-year period.
Thank you.
And I am glad
Thank you.
Saturday.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, because usually in the afternoons I'm pretty busy to listen to the radio. For the exception of yesterday, I had to listen to that pep rally thing.
Sure.
The thing is, your friend there, that
Jim Taddeo.
what's his name?
Jim Taddeo.
Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
I think I'm listening to you guys, and I'm fascinated with bathrooms these days, especially in public places. Because when I walk into, public bathroom, I'll tell you what, they've come a long way. They're so pretty and so nice, and I just think they're nice, and
They can be.
yeah, but I know it can be a pain to clean too. But
You should have seen the bar I was in last night.
Oh, boy.
Sorry.
Were you in
come on.
McKeesport or something?
No.
Okay,
I
let's
can't.
move forward.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not going to
Anyhow,
elaborate.
Hey,
There.
a couple of things real quick.
Sure.
When I hear you talk about cast iron tubs,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me want to take that and fry some chicken in it.
Do what? Fried chicken.
Fried chicken, like cast iron skillet.
No, I get it. Yeah, but I don't think you can, there's probably an enamel paint on there. It probably that might not be a real good idea.
Well, I've
but
never heard of a cast iron tub. I've heard of cast iron skillets and things you cook with, but not tubs.
yeah, I think it's you know why? I don't think that in my mind doesn't go there too, Deborah, and I'll tell you why. Because when I think of cast iron, generally I think of the natural finish of it, whether it's cooking, whether it's we had these big kettles when I was my grandparents were from the old country, so they had big kettles that they used to cook in. I think of it being naturally finished. I think when you see a tub, it's always been painted with enamel or something, so you don't think it's cast iron. I didn't even know till Jim told me that my old bathroom in Mount Lebanon probably had cast iron fixtures in there. So
well, cast iron, it would, when they make it, look like your skillet.
right,
It's cast iron.
right.
But what they do with a cast iron tub when they manufacture it, they heat it up to a cherry red. Then they're going to shake that porcelainized enamel on it.
Gotcha.
That's why the ones that are in,
Gotcha.
like your Mount Lebanon home,
Yes.
that probably lasted 40, 50 years.
Yeah, the finish where you couldn't chip the finish.
No, you drop something on it after a while, it will chip.
certainly.
So that's what they used to do with a cast iron tub.
Isn't that awesome? Well, I don't own a house, Mr. Jim. I rent. And my bathroom, I kind of like it. I understand what you're saying about the tub wall thing. It's all one piece because my tub and wall is like that. And it's so nice to clean. You don't have to worry about, like you said, about the
Probably
caulking
acrylic.
and stuff like that. to where when I used to live at home, we used to have these, the back wall was like those little square things.
Right,
and
right.
From time to time, Mom and Dad would have to caulk that.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That
yeah.
was a pain in the rear to clean.
It sure was. Deborah, I got to go to a break. Matt's giving me the dirty look over here.
Well, it's necessary. Quit it.
Oh,
But
it's an
anyway,
endearing dirty look.
Call and comment on the bathtubs, the bathrooms, and
You're
say
welcome.
congratulations.
You're welcome anytime on this show. Anytime.
Nice talking to
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, Deborah. Okay,
Bye-bye.
friends, you are listening to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna. That's me. RE/MAX Advanced Realtor. I got to say that as well, of course. Mr. Handlovich wouldn't like it if I didn't. RE/MAX Advanced Realtor out of Swickley in Robinson Township. I'm here with Jim Taddeo and the incredible Matt Durzik and my assistant, Amy Handlovich. And I promise y'all we'll be right back.
If someone tells you in the next few days to go take a hike, don't get mad. Go ahead and do it. That's because the 2017 Health Hike Benefit in McGuire Memorial Foundation is taking place on Sunday, October 1st at the North Country National Scenic Trail in Darlington. It's organized by the Knights of Columbus Council 604. Sign up at the WBVP and WMBA live broadcast pep rally Friday afternoon at Reese Field prior to the New Brighton Beaver Falls football game, and you will be automatically entered to win dinner and an overnight stay at the Pittsburgh Marriott North. For more information, contact McGuire Memorial at 724-843-0365 or visit McGuireMemorial.org.
From kickoff to the coach's press conference, we are Steelers Game Day.
Touchdown! Antonio Brown right down the gut.
This is Bill Hillgrove. Along with Tunch Ilkin and Craig Wolfley, we bring you every game and all of the coverage that keeps you up to date with everything black and gold. Right here on the Pittsburgh Steelers Football Network.
And the crowd is enjoying every minute of it.
On Sunday, October 1st, it's a battle for first place as the Pittsburgh Steelers travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens at M&T Bank Stadium. You can catch all the action of this battle right here on Beaver County Radio with coverage beginning at 11 o'clock. Local coverage is brought to you by Bowser Hyundai of Chippewa, the Medicine Stop Pharmacy, Town Square Restaurant, Moon Township Automotive, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Community College of Beaver County, the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Pride Transportation, Electric Garage Door Sales, and, of course, Beaver County's home for the black and gold since 1948, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Okay, welcome back to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna. That would humbly be me with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com. And friends, CallEric.com is our lead sponsor of this here humble show. That is my website, and I would like to be your personal realtor. Been blessed by so many of our listeners, both on Facebook Live and Beaver County's wide area reach, that have included me in their life, and I become their realtor, and I become their friends. Whether you have any questions in regards to real estate at all, if you're not even ready to sell your home, maybe you're a year out, that's fine. I ask you to reach out to me. If you or anyone in your family is looking to buy real estate, maybe buy their first home, upgrade, downgrade, downsize, upsize, whatever the need is, I would love to have that conversation with you. We do some very innovative things on the listing side, including walkthrough videos and very great professional photography. These are all at my cost. And we also do internet advertisements on Facebook and Instagram, all paid for by me. This gives my listers an advantage. It's a cutting edge. It brings more eyeballs and brings more bodies to the property, ultimately finding you the right buyer for the price you want. I can be your personal realtor, Eric McKenna. Love that opportunity. My personal number is 412-613-4466. Again, 412-613-4466. Call or text me anytime. And I also encourage you to go to CallEric.com. Plenty of information there. There's a simulcast of all of the, or not a simulcast, but a recording of all of our videos from just about all our shows there. I do a video segment of 1 or 2 minute video clips called the McKenna Minutes. And we also do a podcast, lots of good content, and my basic philosophies on real estate. I think it's important. I'd like you to take an opportunity to go there, get a little bit of information about me. And if you like what you see and you're interested, and I can be of help, and that's the most important thing. Can I be of help to you? Reach out to me. 412-613-4466. Call or text, and I can be your personal realtor. I'm also blessed by some tremendous sponsors of this here humble show. I want to first talk about our great friends at Frags Tags. That's right, Frags Tags, located in downtown Coraopolis for all your title, transfer, and notary needs. Contact Jonathan there at 412-264-3018. This show is also sponsored by lifestyle, family, and portrait photographer Don Morris. From infants to toddlers, preteens to graduation, and beyond, let Don capture your family's very special moments. You can take a look at Don's work. It's phenomenal. At gypsysoulsphotography.com. What she does with color is phenomenal. Or you can call for a session. Call Dawn today at 412-337-8348. This show is also sponsored by my go-to mortgage agent, Miss Leslie Raymond with Union Home Mortgage. Contact Leslie at 719-5673. Again, 412-719-5673 for your mortgage needs. NMLS 138287, PA license number 29666. This show would be nothing without Matt Pia with Division 9 Home Inspections, a frequent guest on this show and my go-to home inspector for all of my buyers. Phenomenal guy. Learn about your house. Contact Matt today to get your home inspection, whether you're buying, selling, or if you just want more information and you want an owner's manual to your house. If you have questions, he's the guy to contact. Trust me. 412-715-8123 or visit Matt at division9inspection.com. Of course, this show would be nothing without my great friend and owner of Big Bang Comics and Collectibles in Swickley. That's right, Diamond Dave Bishop and his fantastic shop. Get your inner nerd out at Big Bang Comics and Collectibles in Swickley. Call Dave today, 412-259-8742, and by all means, ask for Dave when you go in and say, hey, you heard about his store on Your Personal Realtor. Dave has a small segment in this show, usually around 10 to 20 after he will call in and give the Big Bang Comics Deal of the Week, which we affectionately call Diamond Dave's Deal of the Week. Look forward to talking with Dave shortly. And our brand new sponsor that we added just recently here, I could not be happier. Longtime friend of mine and a phenomenal contractor, Mr. Hamilton Hope with Hope Home Improvements. His specialty is actually roofing. I know Hamilton for being the go-to roofer for at least a decade or so. I know many of his clients. He has worked for many of my clients. He's done tremendous work. If you have roofing questions or concerns or repairs or just want an evaluation of the current status of your roof, you can certainly do yourself a favor and contact Hamilton today at 412-264-7598. Again, 412-264-7598. That's Hamilton Hope with Hope Home Improvements. Whew, I got that all out.
You did good.
Thank you, sir. I'm getting there. Friends, you're listening to Your Personal Realtor on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I got a special guest here today, Mr. Jim Taddeo. That's right, with quality bathrooms for less.
That's right.
All right, .com.
.com.
Yeah, we're talking about bathroom remodeling here, and Jim is taking your call on the two most famous numbers in Beaver County, 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. As always, I'm joined in the studio by the incomparable Matt Durzik, my producer, otherwise known as The Durs. And I'm also joined in the studio today with my new assistant. Great to have her here, and she's learning about the show and how important the show is to my realtor practice. Miss Amy Hanlovich, thank you for coming, Amy. Appreciate it. Jim, back to our discussion here. Jim was explaining he is a representative for bath fitters, and what Jim does for his clients is provide that as an option, one of the many options for them on a bathroom remodeling. I'm fascinated because we're talking at the break anyways. We were talking about how the less expensive option for many is doing a liner, which is, I think sometimes the bath fitters commercials have always been really great, but sometimes it's a little confusing to what that liner is and how they don't really go into the detail of how the liner's created. They just kind of say, we're going to come in and stick a liner over top of your existing bathtub and walls. But I learned just from Jim here that the acrylic comes in one piece, and after they laser measure your bathroom, they actually heat and mold your enclosure in your bathtub specifically. So basically, it's a perfect fit.
Absolutely perfect fit.
That's amazing to me. It really is. And obviously, the consumer probably doesn't even understand that. And I think it's helpful to understand how it's done.
The best thing to do to understand it is to have me come out and show it to you.
And Jim, how can they reach you?
They can reach me a couple ways. My website of Quality Baths for Less. Mm-hmm. On that website, there's a There's a little section that you can fill out to put your name, address, phone number, and best way for me to contact you, and I always will contact you.
Yes, you do, sir. If I don't hear from Jim, two things have happened. Either he's eating a really good meal, and I'll hear from him shortly, or he's dead. Because this man absolutely calls everyone back.
Now, my direct phone number.
Yes, sir.
Please don't hand this out. It's 412-758-7345. If you don't get me directly, just leave a message, voicemail, best time for me to get back to you, and I will return your call.
One more time, the number?
412-758-7345.
That's Jim Taddeo with QualityBassForLess.com and our guest here today. So let's take the step further. You've walked into a house. You're speaking with a young couple who really, let's say they're on a tight budget. So let's say the liners are an option for them, based upon where their budget is and so forth. Do you always start in the tub area?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the area of the bathroom that takes the most abuse.
Okay.
That's the area that's used most. Everybody showers.
There's a big joke there, but I'm just not going to go there.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there, folks. But that's generally where we start. Is in the tub and shower area.
Okay.
And then we can go. But once you do that tub and shower area, you're going to want to look at the rest of your bathroom, and I can help you with that too.
I know, and that's where we're going to head next. So I'm going to assume that there's a theme in every bathroom. There generally is, although I walk into some houses and I'm astounded at what I see. But generally speaking, there's a theme. So if I'm guessing the acrylic comes in many different options and color, how's that work?
It comes in different colors. It comes in towel patterns that you can pick out. The best thing to do is to have me come out there. I bring you the samples.
Absolutely.
I show it all to you, because to show it to you on radio, it's like my face. You can't really see it well.
I've been told I have a face for radio too. Don't worry about that.
But let's talk a little bit about the tub and shower area.
Yeah, absolutely.
And today, in this market, what I'm doing, I do a lot of tub and enclosures. But a lot of people are getting a little older. We're living a lot longer.
Watch it, buddy.
Yes, I know. And it becomes a little difficult for us to step over a tub and get in.
We got to call it, Jim.
Go ahead.
Hold that thought, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, on with your personal realtor.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Personal curiosity, in Beaver County, one of the challenges I think it has to be to selling a home is the older communities. I'll use Patterson Heights, for example, where you have some of the most beautiful homes, some of the wealthiest homes back in the 20th century, but today kind of struggle because it's a big home with a very small bathroom.
Correct.
So for you as a realtor and you as one who redesigns bathrooms, how do you handle that challenge? How do you make that home marketable to a younger family that might otherwise go in there and say, oh, my God, this bathroom's smaller than my closet?
And my friend, that is indeed a problem, and I encounter it quite a bit. I'm going to yield to Jim in a second, but let me tell you how generally I encounter it. Number one, when I go in and give advice to the homeowner, I actually reside in an old Victorian home, 5.5 bedrooms. We have one full bath. And we, luckily, have a powder room on the first floor. But raising a blended family and 5 kids at one time, I can assure you one full bath was we almost didn't buy the house because of it. Okay. There's not a lot as a realtor that we can suggest in general to homeowners when we talk about an attribute of a house, meaning a structural attribute of a house. We can't take a house and move it. We can't do anything about the neighbors. Oftentimes, we're limited in how rooms can be reconfigured cost effectively, of course. And, of course, when we talk about kitchens and bathrooms, adding or enlarging those two can tend to be a costly item. There are no hard answers to that. What I tend to do is I say, listen, it's an attribute of your house. This is what it is. So instead of trying to enlarge it, if we don't have the opportunity to do that, or if we don't have another location in the house where and Jim can speak to this, that we might be able to put another room in, another powder room, we can take part of a bedroom and make an extra bathroom. If the budget isn't there or structurally it can't be done, then let's focus on what we do have and make the bathroom really, really nice and really showable. And again, that's a little bit more money, but you have to accentuate what you have when you can't add. So is it a challenge? You're absolutely right. And oftentimes I just say, hey, if you've got a small powder room and one full bath, make those phenomenal to try to overcome the fact that there's not a quantity of them in the property. But you're right. I don't have there's no magic answer here. Sometimes some properties will allow you to take half of an extra bedroom and make another bathroom, possibly. Jim, you might want to speak to that. Have you been asked that question when you've gone out?
Well, 9 times out of 10 when I enter a home and they take me to the bathroom area, the first words out of their mouth is, "I'm sorry it's so small." And
I get it.
So as long as your area that you have now, I don't know if you want to expand on it, what your plans are in the future, but you're going to get a return on your investment if you do something with that area.
No question about that.
Generally, from this cost value report, you're going to get about a 65% return on your money that you put into that. If you expand it, that's one area. If you want to update it, that's probably the best thing to do. The first thing they're going to look at, I would say, when you walk into a bathroom is that tub and shower area.
Correct. I would think so as well.
And if it's moldy, if it looks bad, if it looks like it needs maintenance, they might walk out.
It's a pretty huge challenge.
It's a tremendously huge challenge. It's from a realtor standpoint, and again, it's an attribute of the house. You were limited as to what we can do in that instance. But again, renovation of existing. So here's the thing. You're absolutely right in one regard. It doesn't matter if that bathroom is made out of gold. If there's only one and a young family's walking in with like 4 children, that house might be rolled out completely, even if they can afford it. Okay, I totally get that. There's also going to be those clients that might consider that house if the bathroom was exceptional. If it was clean, if it was new, maybe there was a walk-in tub possibly, that the separate tub that the wife fell in love with. Then they start considering, well, it's we'd like to have 2 fulls, but it's such a great bathroom, and the rest of the house is great. So let's make that move. You will indeed have more potential buyers if the quality of what you have is exceptional, even if the quantity isn't there, if that makes any sense.
If I can ask another quick question,
sure,
and I'm serious about this.
Sure.
To your guest,
okay.
Have you ever installed a bidet in Beaver County?
Have I? I don't do any installations. I work with people that know what they're doing when they're doing that.
Have you ever sold one, Joe?
Sold one.
I have never sold one. I haven't had a demand for it. I apologize. So I really can't give you a lot of information.
I have a funny story about that, though.
As you can tell on the air.
Yes, absolutely, and it's cute. It's cute. And when I was a child, I have a portion of my family in Canada. One is in Western Canada, and the other is in Quebec. It's French Quebec, and as you know, bidets were popular in Europe. I believe France being probably where they started. I don't know for sure.
Wouldn't doubt it.
So I go visit my family in Quebec, and of course I'm 8. So I go use the commode, and of course I was fascinated by the way the commode looked. So while I'm on the commode, I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. What's this thing? So naturally I engaged the bidet, the active part of the bidet, and I got myself quite a surprise. I come running out of the bathroom. What the heck is this? So yeah, a toilet that would spray you was just phenomenally bizarre to me, as a child, which, it is what it is. But no, I've been in one house that did have it, that I recognized there was one. It was actually in Fox Chapel. It was an estate, but they had it. They absolutely had it. Oh, yeah. It's definitely there. But I can't say I see it very often, my friend.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's been a good show.
Thank you.
I appreciate your guest. I appreciate your information. I hope all of you enjoy this beautiful weather.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you calling in and listening.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and just like that.
There we go. Oh, my goodness. Here we are. Okay.
Yeah.
So are we going to go to the news here, buddy?
We are.
All right, so let me give my professional little, delivery here. Friends, you're listening to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna, RE/MAX Advanced Realtor out of Swickley and Robinson. I'm joined by Matt Durzik, and I can assure you, friends, you're listening to 1230 WBVP in Chippewa and Beaver Falls and 1460 WMBA in Ambridge and Moon Township. And right now, or pretty soon, we're going to Town Hall News.
I'd say that counts as professional enough.
Ha ha!
townhall.com, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Trump is defending his response to Puerto Rico's hurricane destruction and says big decisions are coming on the cost of rebuilding the island. He made it a topic in his weekly media address.
All American hearts are united with the people of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands who have faced terrible devastation in the wake of two catastrophic hurricanes. We are working night and day in cooperation with territorial and local authorities to assist those in need, to help save and sustain lives.
The president is quoting praise from Puerto Rico's governor, Ricardo Rossello, who says the president and the Trump administration have delivered for the U.S. territory. There has been some criticism from Puerto Rico saying the administration's not doing enough. The president is expected to survey the damage on the island this coming week. Authorities say they've captured a man who shot two Georgia police officers, killing one of them. Polk County Sheriff Johnny Moat says the alleged gunman was found after an hours-long manhunt.
Spangler was captured after he walked out of the woods up on some of the officers who were guarding the perimeter. They took him into custody.
The gunman, Seth Brandon Spangler, is charged with the murder of Officer Kristen Hearn and wounding another officer. President Trump's health secretary has stepped down after his costly travel decisions triggered investigations. Here's White House correspondent Greg Cluxton.
Following a public outcry over his expensive charter flights to conduct government business, Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price has stepped down. His costly travel triggered investigations and angered President Trump, who said this week he was not happy with Price for reportedly racking up hundreds of thousands of dollars in travel expenses. Price apologized and repaid nearly $52,000, but it wasn't enough to save his job.
That is White House correspondent Greg Cluxton reporting. On Wall Street Friday, the Dow gained 24 points. The NASDAQ was up 43. More from townhall.com.
If you're a CPAP user, soap and water cleaning may leave harmful bacteria, viruses, and mold that can make you sick. That alone will keep you up at night. Until now, SoClean.com is the world's first and only automated, hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. SoClean kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs without soap, water, harsh chemicals, or even equipment disassembly. And now, you can try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-960-4646.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean's revolutionary design makes it easy to clean your CPAP and protect you against CPAP-related illnesses. Plus, SoClean works with all popular CPAP devices to clean them in minutes. It really is that easy. Don't risk your health. Call SoClean.com now to try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-960-4646. This offer won't last. Call now. 800-960-4646. 800-960-4646.
Senators take up the first bill ever next week aimed at the driverless car industry. Correspondent Linda Kenyon takes a closer look from Capitol Hill.
The bipartisan bill on what is being called autonomous technology aims to speed up the process of getting driverless cars on the road. Under the bill, the Department of Transportation would have the authority over setting safety standards for the driverless car industry. The bill addresses only driverless cars, not trucks. This was a major bone of contention for lawmakers after the driverless truck technology also was left out of a bill in the House.
That is correspondent Linda Kenyon. Dubai is hoping to one day have flying pilotless taxis darting among its skyscrapers. Just this week, the city-state in the United Arab Emirates hosted crews from the German company Volocopter, which had on hand an electric, battery-powered two-seat prototype for takeoff and landings as part of their demonstration. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. The U.S. making the choice to pull its diplomats out of Cuba, and it's urging Americans not to visit there, even as tourists.
Senior U.S. officials are citing what they're calling specific attacks in issuing the travel warning and a decision to pull roughly 60% of the diplomatic staff out of Havana. Officials have reportedly ordered all non-essential staff to leave, along with all family members. Only emergency personnel will remain. Travelers are also being warned not to visit Cuba. The move follows reports of unexplained sonic attacks that have affected the hearing and health of diplomatic personnel over the past year.
As correspondent Wally Hines, the second of two Wisconsin teenage girls charged with repeatedly stabbing a classmate to impress a horror character called Slender Man will plead guilty in a deal that will send her to a state mental hospital and bring an end to a case that shocked people, in part because the attackers were only 12 years old when they carried out the strange attacks. More details at townhall.com.
You're listening to Your Personal Realtor, hosted by Eric McKenna with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors. Content and sponsorship is provided by Eric McKenna, and the show is brought to you by CallEric.com.
Okay, welcome back, my friends. You are listening to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna. That would be me. With RE/MAX Advanced Realtors out of Swickley and Robinson. I am here live. Yes, we are here live. Every Saturday from 10 to noon on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I'm joined by the incomparable Matt the Durzik behind the big board, pressing the buttons. You ready for hour two, Matt?
Yes.
The Power Hour.
The Power Hour.
The Power Hour. And to reminisce about the creator of the Power Hour, Mr. Dave Bishop is on the line.
Yes, he is.
What's up, Diamond Dave? How are you?
Oh, just groovy.
That's right. That's what I want to hear. Ultra groovy.
That's ultra groovy.
So what's up, my man?
Not a whole lot. Sounds like you got some new intro music going there today.
Yeah, we have. Well, I actually started a couple of weeks ago, and then it's the only upbeat Black Sabbath song that exists.
That is true.
No comment.
No comment. Yeah, hey, where else can you hear Black Sabbath on AM radio since like 71, right?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
All right, buddy. Diamond Dave's deal of the week at Big Bang Comics and Collectibles is.
Well, since October is right around the bend here, that it brings us closer to the Halloween time.
Yes.
And that also brings back one of our favorite shows, The Walking Dead.
Yes.
So we are doing $5 for any in-stock Walking Dead action figure.
Again, repeat that, please.
That's any in-stock Walking Dead action figure is only $5.
You hear that, folks? That's a heck of a deal at Big Bang Comics and Collectibles in Swickley.
Many to choose from, many of our favorites.
And I stopped in this week to see Dave, who happens to be a tremendously good friend of mine. He's a client too, but that's irrelevant. He's my friend. I stopped in and actually got to swing a Negan bat. Didn't I, Dave?
Yes, you did. You got some good pictures.
Yes, we did. And how much do those go for, Dave?
The Negan bats are $24.99, perfect for your Negan Halloween costume. Just grab your leather jacket,
they're awesome.
The bat, and you're good to go.
They're awesome. You can get those also at Big Bang Comics and Collectibles. All right, this is Dave Bishop, Diamond Dave Bishop, with the Diamond Dave's deal of the week with Big Bang Comics and Collectibles. Any Walking Dead, any Walking Dead statue? Is that right?
Action figure.
Excuse me. Any Walking Dead action figure is $5 today at Big Bang Comics and Collectibles. Just tell them you heard it on that radio show. That's all.
That's right.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much.
We'll catch you later.
We'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Thanks, partner.
Bye.
Okay, what are you laughing about over there?
I don't know. Just thoughts going through my mind.
This is a crazy show. It's just we do all kinds of good stuff on here, you know?
Well, let me reiterate that, this is Your Personal Realtor, and during the break, things got very personal.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Friends, I am honored to be joined here. I'm honored every week with Matt next to me, taking care of business, pressing all the right buttons and keeping me from embarrassing myself too much. I'm joined by my assistant, Amy Handlovich, who's here observing this madness and thinking, what have I gotten myself into? And most importantly, I'm joined by my good friend, Mr. Jim Taddeo, for Quality Baths Rooms. Is it Quality Baths or Quality
Baths
for less? Quality Baths for less.com. QualityBathsForLess.com. Jim is a expert in bathroom remodeling, and I've so looked forward to this show. And he's also going to join us next week for another 2 hours as well to continue the conversation. But we've talked a lot here in the first hour about just a little bit about his background, certainly all his ties to Beaver County, and that he is a representative, or he in his work, in his remodeling sales that he does with his company, Bath Fitters happens to be one of the vendors he uses.
That's right.
And we were talking a little bit about how, number one, as a realtor, I'm told the audience, which we talk every week, how important bathrooms are to the price of your home and how well it shows. And before we do all of this, and we're going to get right back into it, Bob Donnell, one of our regular listeners here, a good friend of mine, also put a question in here. Bobby, I'm going to address it in 60 seconds if I can. Bob asked us online on Facebook, he said, why is it important when showing your home into the market to remove all family photos from tables and walls? Now, Bob, there's many philosophies on this. A lot of the senior agents that trained me said it was imperative that all home sellers do this. I would like homes to be less cluttered, and I'll leave it at that. What I mean by that is if you happen to have two walls with picture frames splayed out, or picture frames just splayed everywhere on your home, hey, nothing wrong with that. Of your family and your friends and your dogs and your cousins and all that good stuff, yes, you want to pare that down. If you've had just a couple tasteful photos of maybe a husband and wife's wedding photos and things like that, if it looks good, it complements the room, I don't believe it needs to go. I think it's a judgment call. I think that's why you need to be connected with your realtor. Get your realtor's opinion. I don't want my clients often to depersonalize the entire house completely. I could do a whole show on that, but I generally don't ask my clients to, again, depersonalize 100%, especially in homes they're currently living in. So it's a matter of opinion. It's just a matter of philosophy. But some realtors want it sterile. I don't. Hope that helps. Back to remodeling in bathrooms. So we talked about Bath Fitters as being one of the options for us here on the cost method, and how they basically, or your company, Jim, takes one sheet of acrylic and laser measures and creates a complete enclosure.
Correct.
Okay, so then we talked about the benefits of acrylic from a cleaning standpoint and from a cost standpoint as well. But then we were heading to the next part of the bathroom and trying to make some symmetry there and try to, upgrade your vanity possibly. Maybe add a double bowl, and use the same size vanity possibly or something similar. How do you bridge the conversation with your client to move after they've decided on whether it's going to be an enclosure or a full unit? How do you bridge the conversation, and what do you usually attack's a terrible word. What do you usually address as the next component of a bathroom remodel?
Well, I would usually walk in, and then after we discuss that area,
Right.
I would ask them, and the rest of the bathroom going to stay the same, and 9 times out of 10, it's no.
Right.
So I have some packages I've put together.
Okay.
I have vanities that you can look at. I have flooring. I have countertops. I have mirrors. I have light bars. Any component that you would need to remodel your bathroom, I have for you, and I can show it to you.
One-stop shop then with you.
One stop. And whatever the customer and I do, it's all the time that I spend with you. I don't charge you for a dime.
So the consultation is absolutely free.
Free consultations. I'm there to help you. I enjoy helping people.
I know you do.
Everything I do is for them, not for me. There's other areas that we were talking about.
Yes.
We touched about, how you're getting older and everybody else is getting older. I know. I wish you could stay as young as me. But
Jim, I will tell you one thing to that. Here's the bottom line.
Bottom line.
Now, a year from now, 10 years from now, you'll always be older than me.
That's right. And better looking, too.
I can't address that one, but go ahead.
All right,
Okay.
but I'm doing a lot of tub-to-shower conversions.
Okay.
It's a lot more convenient to step in than step over. So
Interesting.
I'm doing a lot of those lately.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that you're old, because most people today
Mm-hmm.
would rather shower than bathe.
I've always had that philosophy.
Yeah, so,
I'm a guy, right?
Right.
Who wants to sit in their own tepid pool of filth? That's why I tell my wife in her bath, like, really? I mean, how can a man get clean sitting in the bathtub? I don't get that.
Well, you better watch it. Never question what they do.
I know.
But so I do a tremendous amount of tub-to-shower conversions. And
Okay.
one of the questions I get, especially from, let's say that your kids are grown, they're out on their own, and the house is going to go to them eventually.
Yes, correct.
So you're looking down the road, and one of the questions I get all the time is, Jim, should I keep a bathtub in this house? And
Interesting.
I go, whose house is this? Who lives in it? Who has the comfort of you?
Right.
So I always would like to recommend that you do what's best for you.
Okay,
because
fair enough.
when you're gone, it doesn't matter what's going to happen. Just make sure that your comfort level's where it needs to be.
I think it's fair.
I do too.
They're gonna live in the house until they determine it's not going to be theirs anymore. Either it's determined for them, or it's determined, or they make the determination.
But I'm doing a lot of those right now. I can do everything from the tub and shower area, tub to shower conversions, tub to tub. I can move walls. I can completely change. I can completely remodel for you. Whatever you want to do in your home, I'm there to help you get it done.
Okay.
And I don't do it alone. I have a committed group of people.
Right.
All professionals.
Right.
Very good at what they do. Salt of the earth.
Right.
That put your needs first. And that's what counts.
And that's right up my alley, Frank, because all kidding aside, client service is everything to me. And that's one of the reasons I think you and I connected, because our views and philosophies on client service, customer service, and the bond that needs to be there between someone like ourselves and our clients is imperative.
The bottom line on that note, it's all about who can you trust today.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about. And I'm going to give you a little plug here. And one thing you'll learn about me, I'm honest. You might not want to hear what I tell you, but I'm going to honestly tell you.
I believe that.
I picked you as my realtor.
Thank you.
After talking to a half a dozen of them that don't know what the word service is or customer service is.
Thank you,
They
sir.
were all more concerned about themselves than about me. I even had one agent tell me, I don't have time for you.
Wow.
And I said, well, thank you very much. And
wow.
Of course I moved on. So one of the reasons you and I are together is because our philosophy of helping people and doing the best that we can do, even if it costs us. One thing about when I put some numbers together for you, there's no surprises. I'm not going to come back to you and go, hey, I didn't know that was behind the wall. How could I? I couldn't see behind
Friends, I'm going to have Jim repeat this, because this is one of the major concerns that anyone has when they get a quote from a remodeler. Again, repeat that, Jim?
Well, this isn't going to be a quote. This is what it's going to be to cost you.
Right.
And I'm not. This is exactly what it will cost you. I'm
Correct.
not going to come back to you and go, hey, I didn't know that was there. I didn't know this was here. That's my job, to be the professional. This is my profession.
Understood.
This isn't a job.
Correct.
This is my profession. I'm here to do it right. And if I make a mistake, that's on me, not on you.
And Jim is the boss. I mean, Jim is a sole proprietor. Understand this. Jim doesn't work for XYZ. Jim has his own firm. QualityBassForLess.com is Jim Taddeo. And so he's making the decisions. When he comes out and gives you a number, that's Jim's number. That's the number. That's the investment it's going to be for you to get this bathroom remodeled. It comes from Jim. I love that. That none of us want to be sold. Let's face it. I mean, Jim and I talked last week, over lunch, that I despise when I hear the word real estate salesperson. I hate that. I can't sell anyone a house. I would never try. I'm a facilitator and an advocate. Okay? I bring them into the process, work with them, help them every way possible. They choose after they've chosen the house, and my job is to get them to closing, so their decision to buy that house is as easy and as painless and as quick as possible. That's my job. I'm not a salesman. And while your title probably is salesman, you remind me more of an advocate. You are there to help them choose what they want, and you're there to do it fairly and at a great price, but more importantly, to make sure it's to their satisfaction.
Absolutely, because I'm there for you. Let's face some facts, folks. Without you, I'm not here. You don't need me.
Amen.
So I want to do all I can to make your experience as professional and as comfortable as it can be. I will always do that. And you can always reach me at my phone number of 412-758-7345. No 2 o'clock in the morning calls, please. Had a couple of those.
We save those for our home inspector, Matt P. when he's on.
But if there's anyone out there that would like to call in, don't be scared. I don't bite. I'll answer your question the best way I can. But if we want to move on to, I can do everything for you from rentals. Let's talk a little bit about rentals.
Let's do that.
A lot of people have investments in rental property.
Yes, they do.
And they'll come to me and say, Jim, my tub and shower area really needs some updating. The one thing I'd like to express is I know that you rent, and you want to do everything at the most cost-effective way that you can.
Correct.
But my view is the tenant that you have in there, if you're going to give them junk, he's going to treat it as junk.
Correct.
Do something that's going to be durable, going to last for you, going to be easy to clean for your tenant, and it's going to be there year after year after year, and you're not doing the same thing over every 5 years.
Boy, I agree with that.
You get what you pay for today. Now, one of the things that's probably going through your minds right now is, what does something like this cost? If you go on my website, I put a program together that you can look at for a complete remodel, and that includes everything that you see on that website. But if I come to your home, every situation is differently. So I'm not going to give you prices on the air here that you can look at because everybody's situation is different.
Absolutely.
But I will say this. Everybody gets the same price for the same work, no matter where I go. And I'm covering about 7 counties.
Which, when Jim first told me that, I was amazed because I know I have a wide area coverage area as a realtor. I have if all the realtors in my sphere, I probably cover as a 2-person team right now. Yes, we cover it. That's new. It's new verbiage for me. We cover a large area, but when you told me that you cover that many counties, it was mind-boggling to me.
I'm on the road a lot, but I like
Yes,
that.
you are. Yes, you are, sir. Yes, you are. Now, let me ask you this. Let me talk flooring for a second because I was raised very humbly, and all we could afford is, I remember my parents saying, "Hey, they wanted ceramic tile, but at that time it was linoleum." That famous word, linoleum. Yes, it was. They came and had it put in, and back then you could cut that. I mean, if you drop something on there that was sharp, or you moved the chair the wrong way, and the linoleum wasn't installed correctly, it can cut, it can rub, it can bulge, has one piece flooring improved with time? How has it improved? Or is that not recommended? Do you recommend a stone? Do you recommend ceramic? Do you recommend another material I might not be aware of?
Well, I recommend whatever you want to have in your home.
Good answer.
Now, if you're talking vinyl today, the linoleum that you were speaking about, the ladies used to walk on their high heels and they would leave marks. It was just that kind of material.
That happened.
And it would rip easily.
Yes.
It was usually pieced together, so you almost had like a grout problem with that. Most of the vinyl today is one piece.
Okay.
In my bathroom, I don't want ceramic on my floor.
Okay.
A couple reasons. I don't like the coldness on my feet. That's one thing.
Oh, come on, Jim.
Well, here's another good thing. I have a grandson.
Okay.
He's learning to use that commode.
Yeah, I'm with
Doesn't hit it all the time.
I'm with you.
Yeah, that grout's going to hold some.
Well, ceramic too with young children in a house, period, is tough because it's unforgiving if they fall.
And the vinyls today are a lot thicker. They're cushioned. The ones in my home look like ceramic tile.
I believe it.
And
I've seen.
You have those options. But whatever you want, there's a lot of planks out there now. People are putting some sort of wood in their bathroom.
What's your thoughts on that? Let me ask you this question. What's your thoughts on not the not the man-made wood-looking products, which I think are phenomenal, most of them, but actual hardwood in a bathroom? What's your thoughts on that?
My personal thoughts?
Yes.
I wouldn't put wood in a bathroom.
Okay.
It's going to absorb that moisture.
Right. Regardless of how well they say it's sealed.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
That's just me. But if you want it in there, and you know the shortcomings of it,
sure,
which I would explain,
right?
Then we're going to put it in there because the customer is always right.
Okay. So what are you, generally speaking, and it's probably a loaded question, but what do you typically have your clients put in? What do they generally request? Is it generally one-piece vinyl? Is it granite? Is it for flooring? I'm referring to ceramic tile.
Well, from my customers, I would say over 60% want vinyl.
Okay.
40% want ceramic.
Okay.
That's from my numbers.
Okay.
People are going more towards vinyl because it's one piece.
Sure.
Easier to maintain, easier to clean.
Okay.
And if you drop something on it and it chips, you don't have to replace it.
Understood.
Because it's not going to chip.
It's not going to chip.
Vinyl,
Right.
So I have ceramic in my foyer coming into my home.
Okay.
And two places, when you come into my garage and when you come into my front door.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you know, somebody dropped something, and it's chipped.
We had the same problem.
Yeah, and
I have it in my kitchen.
Only thing I see when I walk in.
I know.
Now.
Well, of course, we have it in our kitchen, and yes, I dropped the plate. About 2 months after it was installed. My wife reminds me that crack is still there.
Well, time to replace that floor, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. One of the things I do notice too is with working with a lot of buyers is they generally want to, they really want an expanded or an enhanced vanity. And we can get to that in a second, but Matt tells me we have a phone call.
We do, and good morning. You're on your personal realtor.
Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Just coming in on your conversation there about the flooring and stuff, and I agree with the contractor. I'm sorry I didn't get your name.
Jim.
I agree. The same thing. No wood in the bathroom.
Okay.
You're asking for trouble there.
I would think so.
I've been using a product. In fact, we just used it on the job. I like the vinyl lock-together floors, and they have some nice, imitation wood, like hand-scraped wood, but vinyl.
Yes.
I mean, you can't go wrong there. And as far as the linoleum goes, I've used a product before and I know Jim said that it's, almost like not hard like the old linoleum, but it's, padded, or if you will. I put this one product in, and you can literally take your thumbnail and press it in there pretty good, and then next thing you know, it's like, where did it go?
It comes back.
It has that, it's spongy-like.
Right.
Really soft on your feet, feels good, but it's forgiving. You drop something where, the other product, you would dent it or put a mark in it.
Right.
You can't go, you can't go crazy with it, but it will come back to life, if you will.
Is that a vinyl? Is it kind of like a vinyl flooring?
It's like the old vinyl sheet good, but it's sort of spongy. It's
you familiar with that,
cushiony, Jim? And like I say, it's forgiving. You can drop something on it, as long as it's not too heavy or sharp.
Right.
And you can watch it just come right back to life.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm a huge fan of the wood the wood style product you just explained, the composite that's interlocked. And I think that correct me if I'm wrong, because again, realtors, we know enough to be dangerous, but the facts are a little hazy. So I'm a huge fan of it's like a rough cut. So to the feel, it feels like wood. It looks like wood. And I was told that they almost like interlock in a way that they are pretty water impervious. If you spill something, the water's not going to go to the next floor. Is that correct?
Yes, the vinyl ones. And now, from what I understand, some of the wood products are coming out with a waterproof also.
Okay, the actual wood, though, they're saying that they're treated.
Yes.
I still be a little leery. I like the idea of the composite. What is that called? Is it called composite? Composite, or they don't call it fake wood?
They usually call it faux.
Faux wood.
Yeah.
No, but it's a good product.
I heard Jim say something, and I totally agree. And I said this, I've been in this almost 40 years. And
Sure.
I said the same thing. People that rent, they want to go the cheapest way out.
Right.
And I agree with what Jim said. You go cheap, and exactly, they're not going to take care of it. I got in a fight with an argument with a contractor 40 years over that.
Okay.
40 years ago. He wanted to put the cheapest garbage in his bathroom, and I said, this place is going to be destroyed.
And it was.
You got a good tenant moving in, fix it up nice so it'll last. And he finally listened, you know what I mean?
That's great advice.
Jim, you got the right theology there. You got to do things right.
I appreciate that.
That's a good
Okay,
guy.
guys.
That's a great call. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Have a good
it.
day.
You too. Woo, time flies when you're having fun, friends. You're listening to Your Personal Realtor on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I'm your host, Eric McKenna, and I promise you, maybe it's a threat. Nah, it's a promise. We'll be right back.
Let Carver Construction in New Brighton handle those exterior projects you've been putting off before the weather turns cold. How about a new deck or siding? Carver Construction has been a proud part of Beaver County for more than 30 years, and with that much experience, you can't go wrong. Excavating, custom additions, custom decks, concrete work, kitchens, bath, and game room remodels. Let Mitch Carver and his team put it all together for you. Call Carver Construction in New Brighton today. That's Carver Construction, building dreams one home at a time.
Hello, friends. This is Remaxed Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, with Remaxed Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
Hi, this is Larry Ferrario, host of Natural Health. Join me every Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock for an hour of the most current information on getting and staying well in a non-toxic, non-invasive, sustainable way. We'll give you details on the best organic foods, vitamin and herbal supplements, fitness activities, and a verse or two from God's Word that will help strengthen your body, mind, and spirit. That's Natural Health with me, Larry Ferrario, Wednesdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
And we're back. Friends, thank you so much. Another segment of Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna is on board. Thank you for making us a part of your Saturday. As my good friend and guest today, Jim Tadia, said earlier, without you, we don't exist. Whether it's in Jim's work or it's in my work as a realtor, as a talk show host here, without a listening audience, without our Facebook family, without everyone who has engaged me as their personal realtor, I would not have the opportunity to do what I love. Friends, I can be your personal realtor, and I mean that with the most sincerity. If you're thinking of buying or selling, or if you have a family member who is, or you just have questions about real estate, heck, you might be a year away from listing your house. That's okay. Reach out to me. 412-613-4466. My office is in Swickley. I hang my hat there, but I'm rarely there. I work all over Beaver County. I work Allegheny, Washington, and Butler. We run here. We run hard, and we service our clients. I currently have about just under 20 listings right now. Honored to have this many people that have this much faith in what I do. To Jim being one of them, actually, I will share on the air. That think enough of the way I handle my realtor practice and the value that I bring to my clients in an effort to sell their homes. We do some very innovative things on social media. We do advertising on Facebook and Instagram, all paid for by me. I have a professional photographer and videographer who will come in, and in most instances will do a presentation on the house that we will do, again, at my cost. Lots involved with selling a house today. I think marketing is very important, and we really embrace the internet, and I think that makes us a little different than a lot of other agents. So if you like what you hear, if you like this show, I encourage you to go to calleric.com to learn more about my practice and how I can help you and how I'd be honored to be your personal realtor. That's calleric.com, or call or text me at 412-613-4466. And now we're going to go back to our good friend, Mr. Jim Tadio, for Quality Baths for Less. .com. Yeah, and Jim has been a phenomenal guest today. He's coming back again next week as well. We're going to take some more of your calls on the two most famous numbers in Beaver County, 724-843-1888 and 724-774-1888. Feel free to call in for a question for myself, or more importantly, this astute gentleman here, Mr. Jim Tadio. Okay, Jim, so we were talking about flooring. Let me ask you this. Let's talk about vanities for a second, okay? oftentimes what seems to be the in thing, and, I've done shows, Jim, here that Matt will start laughing when I say this, but I have done whole shows on HGTV and reality real estate shows because oftentimes, while they're fun, the consumers are misinformed. But I will tell you, trends come from these shows. One of the trends is people, even in modest homes, want double sink vanities.
Fine.
Is that something that you do?
Oh, absolutely. But just remember, if you have a single bowl, that means I got to do some plumbing for you.
Understood.
So
understood.
That means a little more. You got to have the room for it. Every county has different codes.
Okay.
So you have to make sure that the codes allow you to have that vanity close to your commode or where it's located. So we can do
code, right? You have to build the code.
Certain codes that you have to follow.
Okay.
Allegheny has different. Beaver has some.
Right.
Butler has their own.
Right.
It's a code that's followed. But you can do just about anything if you have the room, and we'll lay that out for you.
Okay.
Let me explain a little bit to you about how I take care of you.
Sure.
Let's say that you did a project with me.
Okay.
First of all, most of the people that are going to come into your home are going to treat your home. In fact, all of them are going to treat your home with respect. The first thing that we're going to do, we're going to put down drop cloths. Do you know what a drop cloth is?
Absolutely.
Okay, some people don't. Some of these contractors don't know what it is.
Oh, I'm aware.
And we're going to put them down. We're going to launder them. Because I might have just come from a house that has 10 dogs, and
I understand.
have none. I don't want to bring that dirt. I don't want to bring those
That's good to
bugs.
know.
Bring
That's
it
good to
to
know.
your house. Any debris that I take out of there, because we're going to have to remove some debris. I might find something loose, wet, or rotten, take it out, fix it, bring it on to standard. None of that's going to go out in front of your home. I'm going to haul everything away. So you don't have to worry about trash sitting in front of your home.
Good to know.
Well, and I did have one person say, yeah, don't put it in front of my house. Put it next to my neighbor. I never did like him. But I won't do that.
Darn.
Yeah, I'll haul everything away for you. And when we're done, you won't even know that we were there because we're going to clean up after ourselves.
That's awesome.
It's all about you.
That's awesome.
And as I said, without you, I'm not here, so I'm going to take care of you. Like you're the only customer I've ever had in my life. The other thing, some projects might go out of your budget, and you want it. I have financing for you.
You do.
Different options I can offer to you. All that.
So you are a one-stop shop then?
One-stop shop. In fact, I come out to your home, you're going to be amazed what we can do for you. Amazed.
You're just amazed at the options alone.
Well, there's so many. And the gentleman that called in about flooring, there's always innovations coming up. I try to stay up to date with them, and I'll present them to you.
Okay.
Some of the things you see on TV, those reality shows,
yes,
they're not reality.
Yes.
They're just not.
Yes, I have gone in great detail about how they're not reality.
Oh, my God. They make it look so easy.
There's reality and there's television.
Exactly.
Don't mix the two.
Exactly. So I'm here to help you any way I can.
And how can they reach you, Jim?
You can reach me. Of course, my website, qualitybathsforless.com or 412-758-7345. If you don't get me directly, please leave a message. Best time for me to get back to you, and I will return my phone call.
And I want to add, too, that at any point in time, and you don't have Jim's number, but you want to get in touch with him, you can contact me at Eric McKenna, your personal realtor, at 412-613-4466, and I'll connect you with Jim as well.
Well, thank you, Eric.
You're very. That'll cost you a sandwich, but
another one.
Another one, buddy. Remember, I'm a realtor.
I understand.
All right, friends. Let me just run down our list of sponsors here. Because without these people, this show does not go. This show is, of course, sponsored by CallEric.com and our good friends at Frags Tags. That's right, Frags Tags in downtown Coraopolis for all your title, notary, and transfer needs. Contact Jonathan at 412-264-3018, Frags Tags. Show's also sponsored by lifestyle, family, and portrait photographer Don Morris. From infants to toddlers, preteens to graduation and beyond, let Don capture those moments of your life for you and your family. You can view Don's work at gypsysoulsphotography.com or call Don today for a session at 412-337-8348. Show sponsored by Miss Leslie Raymond with Union Home Mortgage. Contact Leslie at 412-719-5673 for your mortgage needs. NMLS 138287, PA license number 29666. That's correct. Okay. This show is nothing without the incomparable Matt Pia with Division 9 Home Inspections, a frequent guest on this show, and one of the finest home inspectors in the Valley, and my go-to home inspector. That's Division 9 Inspection. As a matter of fact, the website is division9inspection.com. Any questions about your house, or you're in need of some questions, or maybe an inspection, could be any aspect of your house, Matt is the guy you want to contact. 412-715-8123 or division9inspection.com. We just spoke recently, it was about 20 minutes ago, with Diamond Dave. That's right, Diamond Dave Bishop with Big Bang Comics and Collectibles in Sewickley. Visit Dave to get your inner nerd out. That's right, Dave Bishop, Big Bang Comics and Collectibles in the heart of Sewickley. 412-259-8742. And tell Dave you heard it on Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna. And finally, last but never least, welcome a new sponsor to our show, Mr. Hamilton Hope with Hope Home Improvements. Hamilton's specialty is pretty much everything to do with your house, but I use him for roofing because he's phenomenal. And that is, as a matter of fact, I think if I remember correctly, that's how Hamilton started his business, 25 years ago. That's Hamilton Hope with Hope Home Improvements and Roofing. 412-264-7598. 412-264-7598. Hamilton Hope with Hope Home Improvements and Roofing. There you go.
There you go.
That's not bad. I'm getting better, Matt. It's taking a while, but I'm getting there. And, of course, this show is sponsored by CallEric.com, my website, and I encourage you to go there and all the fun festivities, and you can make fun of our videos at CallEric.com. Okay, Jim, we're back. Now, vanities. Because to me, when I think of a vanity, I think about this seashell bowl I had as a child. The seashell bowls. And they would, right around the drain, over time, they would immediately start to crack.
Okay.
And they were porous. So what material would you suspect that was?
That was probably some sort of faux marble, faux granite.
Like a porcelain?
No, like a fake hard surface.
Fake hard surface.
Well, it could look like granite, but it's not granite.
Right, correct. So what do you use generally? What are the options you present to your customers?
Well, with vanities, we have a lot of options.
Okay.
You can get a very decorative vanity with legs. You could, depending upon the size of your project and what you're looking for.
Okay.
I can get any vanities that you need, drawer configurations where you want your doors. Right heights are becoming very popular.
Explain that for me for a second. Let me just check one thing. Matt, we have one more break to go, right?
Yes.
We have about 5 minutes from now?
Yeah, about that.
Okay, I want to make sure I like vanities are my thing when it comes to bathrooms.
A little weird, aren't you?
No. I look for them when I sell a house or I go in, and people always inquire about double bowls. Fascinate me because that's like a thing now. Double bowls. Mm-hmm. So, what always cracks me up is these pedestal sinks because they're nice to look at, but they're so not functional because there's no space. You can't utilize.
Well, usually a pedestal sinks are in there because there is no space.
Good point. Okay.
That's why they put.
Is that more of a powder room phenomenon as opposed to a bathroom phenomenon?
I've seen them in bathrooms, and there are so many pedestal sinks out there to choose from.
Okay.
Depending upon your needs, the size of the room, and I can show you all that.
Okay.
Some of them have quite a bit of room on the top.
Okay.
Some of them don't. It depends on your taste. Most people have vanities in their bathrooms, that go from anywhere from 18-inch to 60 inches, whatever.
Talk about the height for a second, because I've noticed some lower vanities than I'm accustomed to seeing. Mm-hmm. And once in a while you run into one that had to be custom because it was high.
Right.
Maybe it was a family of big people there. I don't know.
Well, the vanities as well as the commodes today.
Okay.
They go to a right height.
What does that mean?
A couple inches higher. 2-3 inches higher than a standard size. For instance, and forgive me if the numbers aren't right, but I think the standard height of a commode is something like 14 inches.
Okay.
A right height's going to take it up 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. Then you add your seat to it.
Okay.
Same with the vanities. People want them a little higher.
Okay.
The standard heights, as I said, don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's raised up a couple, 2-3 inches.
Is that a recent phenomenon? Or?
That's becoming real popular, as I said, with the tub-to-shower conversions. The country's getting older. The baby boomers are getting to the point now where they're beginning to understand they're not going to live forever.
I don't want to bend over too far to wash my
I don't
face
want
in
to
the
bend
vanity.
over.
Okay.
Maybe they use it as support.
Sure.
A lot of reasons that things are coming up. They don't want to bend over.
Okay, now let me stop you for a second. Okay, what if we're dealing with a family that wants to put a bathroom in or wants to make their bathroom compatible for the elderly? What are the options that you can do there?
Oh, there's a lot of options depending upon the needs of the individual.
Okay.
For instance, a lot of the doors in the older homes, 24 inches.
Right.
Sometimes we have to widen that door because now you might need to get a walker through there. You might need to get a wheelchair through there.
Okay.
Some of the showers that we put in.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you might be wheelchair bound. Nothing wrong with that. That keeps you moving, but you don't want a lip, so we can put a flat base in there for you.
Okay.
Which sometimes means we have to put another drain outside, depending upon codes.
Sure.
But anything that you need, we can accommodate handicapped.
That was my question. I mean, any option that someone wants to do, you can handle.
Well, as a matter of fact, I do some work with nursing homes.
Okay.
It's beginning to grow because we're able to handle that for them, and we have to make it ADA approval, and we do all of that.
Correct.
So whatever needs you need, handicapped, we can take care of that.
Okay. Okay. And that's good to know because I think a lot of people, let's face it, we're living long as a species. And oftentimes, what I'm encountering now is children of aged parents that really want to make another bathroom maybe on the first floor. Mm-hmm. And when they get the budget to do it, they look at it and say, well, we really need to make this accommodating to mom or dad. And maybe they need a certain kind of, like you said, maybe they're wheelchair bound or they're walker. They're using a walker, and there's just different. I just notice it by walking into homes, and I see things that they look like they're for either the disabled or for the elderly that need help. Mm-hmm. And so these are things you can do.
Absolutely. Let me give you a good example. I go into quite a few homes.
Okay.
That I'm doing something for their parents.
Okay.
So let's talk about something as simple as a safety bar.
Okay.
You don't want a suction cup.
No.
A grab bar on there. I mean, that suction goes, your parents are going to fall.
Absolutely.
That's the worst thing that can happen to you.
Okay.
When I install something like a safety bar, it's drilled into the studs.
I understand.
I'm not a little guy. If it can hold me, it'll hold anybody.
Fair enough. All right, we're going to do our last and final break here on Your Personal Realtor. This has been a very informative show, and that's because Mr. Jim Taddeo for Quality Bass for Less is here. QualityBassForLess.com, might add. And we're going to resume with Jim and the rest of this rowdy crew here when we return. We'll be right back. Hello, friends. This is Remaxed Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna with CallEric.com and host of Your Personal Realtor on 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I really hope you are enjoying today's show. Friends, did you know that I can be your personal realtor? That's right. If you're looking to list your home or buy a new home, call or text me today at 412-613-4466. That's 412-613-4466. Or send me an email at sold@calleric.com. That's sold@calleric.com. I just love it when listeners become clients. So why not contact me today and let me put my social media advertising to work for you. Together, we can reach your real estate goals. This is your personal realtor, Eric McKenna, with Remaxed Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com.
Welcome to Huntington. How can I help you?
Hi, I may have accidentally overdrafted my account. What can I do?
As a Huntington customer, you get 24-hour grace if your account is overdrawn. Just make a deposit by the end of the next day to make it right. Then we'll waive the overdraft fees.
That's perfect. Do other banks do that?
Let's call one and find out.
Thanks for calling the bank that cares that you think we care about you.
Hi, so if I overdrafted by mistake, What can I do?
I'm here to help. Just pay a $35 fee, and you're done.
$35. Can I just put more money in to cover it?
I can see your $35 is important to you. Don't worry, we'll take good care of it. We have climate-controlled vaults.
Most banks say they care, but Huntington is the only bank that has 24-hour grace if you overdraft. It's just another way we're looking out for you. Welcome to Huntington, one of Money Magazine's best banks in America. Money Magazine is a registered trademark of Time Inc. 24-hour grace does not apply to return fees. Learn more at huntington.com/grace. Member FDIC.
Check us out at beavercountyradio.com.
Okay, friends, you're back, and you've been listening to Your Personal Realtor with Eric McKenna. That would be me, your humble host with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors and CallEric.com. This has been a phenomenal show. We're going to wrap it up here with Jim. My guest has been Jim Taddeo with QualityBassForLess.com. Jim, one of the most informative shows I've had, without a question, and I'm delighted you're coming back next week as well for the full 2 hours.
I appreciate that opportunity.
Absolutely. So Quality Bass for Less. And Jim, how can our audience contact you? Because, friends, if you're thinking about a bathroom remodeling and you're serious about it, I mean, we're going to take action on this, but we really don't know what's going to encounter, what the costs are, and who do we trust. This is the man you want to trust, Mr. Jim Taddeo. I said, Jim, how can they reach you?
2 ways. My website, QualityBassForLess.com, or my personal phone number, 412-758-7345. And I can handle anything from acrylic liners to tub-to-shower conversions, tub-to-tub, any need in your bathroom. I'm there to be at humble service to you.
You heard that, friends? And I would not have Jim on this show if I didn't have personal confidence in the veracity of his integrity. How about that?
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, the veracity of Jim's integrity. And Jim's going to join us again. That's QualityBassForLess.com and 412-758-7345.
That's correct.
All right. Now, as we always do, we wrap up this show. I would be remiss before I do that to thank my assistant, Amy Handlovich, who has just come on with me, and we're forming this new relationship, helping my practice at CallEric.com to grow. Amy, thank you for being here. We're going to put her on air here one of these days and just give her a microphone and let her go. And, of course, I'm here with Matt Durzik. This show would not go without Matt. He is the Durs. He is a Beaver County radio staple and legend himself. Matt, thank you again for all you do for me and taking care of business.
I appreciate that. I'm glad to be here every Saturday and give any insight that I can. I've been a little quieter today, but that's okay.
That's okay. We've had a lot of good conversation. This has been a great show. Show, great content. Jim Taddeo was phenomenal, and I can't wait to have him back next week. Before we go, it's the end of the show, and we're going to talk a little baseball.
Yeah.
So, you had the ability to go out and see Tigers Stadium, the new Tiger Stadium.
Comerica Park, yeah.
Yeah, you went to Jacobs Field, is that correct?
Yeah.
And you saw some baseball. You took a little road trip there. Mm-hmm. You went to Cincinnati as well.
Yeah, I went to Cincinnati as well. Went to Cincinnati, Detroit, and Cleveland.
Yeah, so, I commend you. It's the end of the year. The Pirates are in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we start, I just wanted to tell you something. Did you know, and I find this phenomenal, by the way, did you know that the Oakland A's have a better record than the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Let me see. My goodness, they do.
and we know Oakland was tremendously bad for most of the year.
Yes.
They brought up all that youth, which has got me completely excited for next year.
Right.
But as a Pirate fan, why do I not have that same excitement going into next year?
Because the youth that the Pirates have is not inspiring.
And what do you mean?
Well, I mean, there are some good things to look at. Number one with a bullet is Josh Bell. He's going to be the guy for
Love the guy.
A few years, and hopefully for much more than that, because he is very talented. He's good with the long ball, and he is just, something that the Pirates organization look forward to.
Classy kid, too.
Yeah. And the other one I would say is Trevor Williams. He's gotten a lot better as the season's gone along.
I'm not convinced.
No, you're not convinced? I mean, he has signs of brilliance, and again, he's a rookie, so
he is.
I mean, any mistakes, I'm willing to give him, the benefit of the doubt, and then next year, if everything just goes falling apart, then we could say, okay, this wasn't the guy.
So let me ask you this question, because the Pirate announcers, and I'm not going to name any names because I've been very public about I don't care for, but they're saying that Hurdle pretty much has his rotation set for next year. And that the lineup kind of looks like it's going to look next year for the most part. And they're bragging about this, how wonderful it is that the essence of the. And I'm listening to this as a fan, and I'm going to myself, if that is what got us this, then how is that going to get us anything better next year?
It's not.
And so, off-season wise, do you feel that there is going to be any movement or any momentum to them to make deals to help the team in the off-season? I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I don't think the budget's there. I don't think the will to do it's there. And my argument ultimately is going to be the fan base that was 2012, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Are they going to erode?
I would say so.
I mean, more than this year.
Yeah.
If they come north next year with basically the same team, maybe minus McCutcheon, right? Which that's not going to help.
Right. Of course not.
That's not going to help.
No.
So what keeps the fans interested? If we go, because right now we are 17 games out of first place. Maybe 18 now. I think
it's 18.
18 games out of first place. When maybe a month and a half ago we were 3 games out, 2 games out.
Yeah.
So how do you sell that to a Pirate fan?
I really don't know.
Free tacos.
Free tacos with purchase of tickets.
Free tacos with purchase of home, ericmckenna.com or call eric.com. Yes.
I mean, the one thing that the Pirates do have, and they'll always have for years and years and years, is that they have one of the most beautiful ballparks in all the country.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm just saying that they no, listen. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's sort of like renting out Buckingham Palace to Pauly Shore. It's not going to work.
He would destroy that place.
Yeah, it would have. And so, you're putting this product in there that's just not up to what it is. And, I mean, it's really, they're just sort of, breathing, on fumes of tradition and, what PNC Park has to offer. And aside from that, they have nothing else to sell.
Okay, so let's talk hard numbers for a while. You're a numbers guy, and I'm guessing, but generally speaking, before we wrap up here today, I have to say this, it's been on my mind. About a week or two ago or 3, I looked at their bench. Their bench players, who are assumed generally is not a starter. It's hard to say who's a starter with Hurdle, but generally speaking, there was not one bench player hitting over 200. Not one.
Not one.
Now you tell me a Major League Baseball team is going to compete when their bench can't hit over 200.
I'd probably have to go somewhere back before World War I started.
I mean, so and like I said, I'm not a big numbers guy.
Right.
I'm a momentum guy. I know, and I believe timing is everything. But there is some reality of the numbers. There is some reality there in probability and statistics that does play into baseball. It just does. Why is the greatest pitcher the one that has the ERA below 2? Because the numbers don't lie.
Exactly.
But to have a bench lower than 200 each player, I mean, Rodriguez, the catcher Stewart, I can go on and on and on. That's not acceptable. As a fan, that is not acceptable to me.
It really isn't.
It's just not.
It's bad.
And I'm also personally tired of, and I'll probably close this down with this comment. I'm personally tired of hearing the excuse that management of the Pirates uses. Well, we didn't have Gung. We couldn't anticipate that he had personal problems, and we couldn't anticipate that Marte was a PED user. And McCutch started out slow, like he does every year, and then catches. For a month and a half, he was phenomenal, but now we're seeing a return to what it was. My point is, there's always an excuse. It's not acceptable.
No, it's not.
Players could. The Dodgers lost. They lost Kershaw for a period of time. They lose. Players go down. You got to have someone next man up. Mike Tomlin had a great phrase: "Next man up." Right? Next man up.
Yep.
And it just didn't happen. So
we'll see.
That's it.
Here's the next year.
Yeah, here's the next year. Go Bucks. Go Bucks. And actually, go Tribe.
Go Tribe.
Yeah, go Tribe. Friends, you've been listening to Your Personal Realtor here on the incredible Beaver County Radio, the icon of Beaver County. 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. I have been your host for this humble 2 hours. RE/MAX Advanced Realtor Eric McKenna. I've been joined by Mr. Jim Taddeo. Jim, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Amy, my trusted assistant, is in the background. You have to just believe me, she's here. And, of course, Matt Durzik. What would I do without you, Matt? Thank you so much. Until next week at this same time, 10 a.m. to noon on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. We will rejoin. And right now, of course,
it's time.
It is time for
Lincoln Learning Solutions.
Right on.
Thank you for listening to Your Personal Realtor, hosted by Eric McKenna with RE/MAX Advanced Realtors. Content and sponsorship is provided by Eric McKenna, and the show is brought to you by CallEric.com. Tune in next Saturday at 10 a.m. for another edition of Your Personal Realtor, hosted by Eric McKenna right here on Beaver County Radio, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA.
Welcome to Frontiers in Learning, a recorded show highlighting local educational opportunities along with news and information concerning local institutions in Beaver County. Content and sponsorship is being provided by Lincoln Learning Solutions.
This is Frontiers in Learning, a program focused on education and its role in meeting the